Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Reynolds 4 inside the Purple Palace here on the beautiful shores of Medina, where the Barberton Magics take on the Highland Hornets tonight. Barberton enters tonight's matchup at 10-3, 4-2 in the Suburban League, while Highland comes into tonight's game at 4-7, 2-4 in the league. Highland and Barberton did play each other earlier in the year. Barberton came out victorious in that game. Big keys for Barberton tonight. You know, Jameer Blackman in their last game in the win against Northwest had a rough game. It'd be interesting to see if those struggles do continue, but we hope not, as he tries to come out and have a good game tonight and hopefully lead this Magics team. Along with Bradley Eagle, who the opposite of Jameer Blackman, had a big game. He had 12 points, a couple rebounds. Was a very pivotal point for the Magics during that game. Look for him to continue that success here tonight. The Magics are coming off a win, 64-51 against Northwest earlier this week. Keys for Highland: get Bryce Profit going and get him going early if they're going to want to win this game. When the Barberton did play them earlier in the year at Highland, Profit had a big game and he kept them in the game the entire time. They are coming off a loss against the Walsh Jesuit earlier in the week. Big time loss. They lost 70-37, so they're going to look to bounce back here tonight against the Magics. Also want to give a nice little story throwback with Bryce Profit's sister, who attends Valparaiso University and plays basketball there. I was actually out for an official visit for football and had the opportunity to meet her there. Actually ran into her when they had a game later that day and ran into her through the halls of the gym. So it was pretty cool, you know, two worlds colliding here from Suburban League, you know, two rivals attending the same university at the end of the day. So, keys for tonight's matchup for Barberton: get everyone involved on offense. If we have everyone involved on offense, it'll be a good night. You know, Blackman and Cook are going to get their 15 plus. It's always good to get a third person in triple in double digits. When we get a third person in double digits, we're more likely to not win. You know, last game that was Bradley Eagle, and it could be him, it could be Bennett Miller, it could be, you know, Lawrence Scott, it could be Tony Fox, it could be Sonny Fox, so it could be any player on this Magic's team that's in this rotation. So it'll be interesting to see who that third player is tonight. On defense, you have to stop Bryce Profit. He did hurt them mightily in the first time this game was played. If Magics do stop Bryce Profit, it'll be a very good game. Should be a big-time victory for the Magics. Also, get in transition and push the pace early. When the Magics are in transition and pushing the ball, getting easy layups, playing good defense, it's a long night for the Magic's opponent. Keys for Highland to stay in tonight's game and try to get a victory: slow the pace down. If you slow Barberton down, you take them out of their element, which in then turns allow them to establish their offense and, you know, play good defense against the Magics, who is very, very explosive on the offensive end. Also for Highland, you have to stop Anthony Cook and Jameer Blackman, because they are two of the most prolific scorers in the Suburban League, so you have to stop those two. And big key, Bryce Profit has to get the ball early and get it often. If he gets it early and often, he's scoring, they will be a good night for the Hornets. Magics come in tonight's game led by head coach Kyle McBride, assistant coaches Martell Carpenter, Brian Batley, Josh Wilson, and Garrick Sims, and Dan Donnelly. Coaches for the Highland Hornets: head coach Adam Sestaro, assisted by Chris Kestner, Jack Leslie, Bob Buchanan, and Justin Allen. As we're getting close here to tip-off, about to do the national anthem, get ready to call out the starters here. Check back in here soon, right before 10. Once again, this is the Barberton Magics varsity basketball against the Highland Hornets Suburban League matchup.
is a game between high school students and then sporting behavior is expected. The officials assign the game and select according to the procedures adopted by the High School Athletic Association and the Suburban League. The officials for tonight's game, Troy Mansfield, Scott Green, and Todd Huff. Now let's meet the coaches who led their teams to this game today. Today the Hornets of Highland High School entered today's contest by head coach Adam Cesaro, assistant Chris Kester, Jack Leslie, Bob Buchanan, and Justin Allen. The Magics of Barberton High School are led by head coach Kyle McBride, assistant Brian Batley, Eric Simmons, Dan Donnelly, and Josh Wilson. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to introduce the starting lineup.
Do go against a bigger team. If they're more often, they play better, believe it or not. This team, Barberton, is very undersized, the definition of small ball, but they do thrive inside with Santino Fox being a very good presence inside, along with Bennett Miller coming off the bench. Although Santino Fox may only be 5'10", he does play like he is 6'5" or above. His presence is felt inside every single game, as he is the team's leading rebounder, plays scrappy, gets steals, takes charges, he hustles everywhere. So, it'll be interesting to see how Highland does try to counter that with their height possibly or any other way possible. Another key note here to look is how will Highland defend the Magics. Every single team the Magics have played has something different. It ranges from 2-3 zone, they go to a box and two, a triangle and one, a box and one. So it varies. You know, they've gone from face guarding to, you know, just playing straight up man, going straight zone. So it'll be interesting to see how the Highland Hornets decide to defend the Magics tonight. As we're getting close to tip-off here, both coaches getting some last final words in here for the Magics and the Highland Hornets. Ladies and gentlemen, it's basketball time here at Reynolds 4 inside the Purple Palace in beautiful Barberton, Ohio, off the shores of Lake Anna. Tipping for the Hornets, number 23, Grinder, and for the Magics, number 21, Anthony Cook Jr. Barberton wins the tip. Blackman with it, passes back to Scott. Scott towards the half-court line, dribbling towards the top of the key. Magic's running a set play here. Picks up, passes to Eagle. Eagle at the top of the key. Shot fake, driving. Good take by Eagle. Goes up. Nice layup there from Eagle. As he continues his hot streak, coming off of a big game against Northwest, it'll be interesting to see if he can continue that for the rest of the game. Jaworski now with it for the Highland Hornets. Passes down low to Grinder. Tommy Williams up for a good bucket. That's a good bucket there for Williams. Making time to score 2-2 here early in the first quarter. Scott with it for the Magic, bringing it down the court. Highlands deciding to stay in a man defense. Interesting. Cook with it now. Passes to Fox. Fox to Blackman at right wing. Pass stolen by Williams for the Hornets, going up for a layup. Good bucket, and gets fouled on the play by number 5, DeWarren Scott. Be Scott's first foul, Magic's team foul, first team foul of the game. Williams will go to the line to try to complete the three-point play. Williams' free throw is up and good, making the score. And down to Highland 5, Barberton Magic's 2. Here early in the first quarter. Scott with it now. Highland staying in a man defense. Cook with it. Passes to Fox at the top of the key. Fox swinging it to Scott. Scott now to Eagle. Eagle thought about a three, driving, kicks out to Fox. Now to Scott. Scott for three. Good. That's a good three from DeWarren Scott there. Nice look for him. But tying up the score at 5 with 6:32 left here in the first quarter. Great defense there by Bradley Eagle. Santino Fox ends up coming up with it. Breakaway layup. It's good for Santino Fox. Really good defense there by the Magics. If you're the Magics, that's what you want. You want to play good defense, force steals, take it down the court, and get good, easy transition baskets. Williams with it now, guarded by Eagle. Passes to Prophet. Now to Jaworski. Down to Grinder. Grinder with it. Good defense there by the Magics. Prophet with it now, driving. Looks down low. Deflected by Cook. Eagle comes up with it. Gets fouled on the play by number 23, Grinder, for the Highland Hornets. That's Grinder's first foul of the game, team first foul of the game as well. Magic's playing good defense so far. Santino Fox will pass it in for the Magics, passing it in to Warren Scott. Highland still staying in a man defense. Magics go to a 1-4 low look almost. Scott driving, kicks it to Blackman. Blackman for three. In and out. Rebound, Grinder for the Hornets. Osborne passes to Williams. Williams for three, no good. Rebound, Cook. Bring it down the court. Transition, taking it. Jump stop. Jumper, no good. Rebound, Williams passes ahead to Prophet. Prophet bring it down the court. Pull-up jumper, good for Bryce Prophet there. Tying up the score at 7. If you're the Magics, you cannot let Prophet go on a tear here. You have to stop him and keep him in check. Scott passes to Blackman. Blackman driving. Now passes to Fox. Fox ends up coming up with it after the Jaworski tip. Passes to Scott. Scott with it now. Nice between the legs there for Scott. Pull-up jumper, no good. Rebound by Osborne for the Hornets. Passes ahead to Grinder. Grinder thought about a three. Passes to Prophet. Prophet now to Jaworski. Jaworski shot fake. Down low. The Grinder. Nice backup there for Grinder to get the Hornets on top. The Magic, you cannot allow that to happen. Have to play good defense and force turnovers. Scott passes to Eagle. Down low to the corner for Blackman. Blackman driving. Passes out to Scott. Scott with it. Passes to Blackman for three. No good. In and out. Rebound Williams for the Hornets. Williams passes to Prophet. Prophet driving. Going up. Misses. Gets his own rebound. Misses that. Gets his rebound. Throws it out of bounds. It will be Magic's ball. Santino Fox to pass it in for the Magic. Scott to bring it up. Scott passes to Cook. Screen by Fox. Cook driving, kicks it to Blackman. Now to Scott for three, wide open. Got it. DeLawrence Scott for three. Two big-time threes by DeLawrence Scott to open up the game. Making the score, Barberton 10, Highland 9, with 3:34 left here in the first quarter. Really good defense there, played by Scott. All over Osborne. Foul called on Scott. I'll tell you what, Osborne was in trouble, ends up getting bailed out there. Subs for the Magics, number 35, Bennett Miller, and 11, Tony Fox coming in for number 5, DeLawrence Scott, and number 4, Bradley Eagle. Williams to pass it in for the Hornets, gets it to Osborne. Osborne's guarded by Cook. Passes to Williams. Back to Osborne. Now to Jaworski. Gets it to Prophet. Out to Osborne for wide open three. No good. Rebound Blackman. Pushing it 3-on-2 Magics. Miller, wide open layup. Nice pass there from Jameer Blackman. Nice assist to Bennett Miller. Running that transition 3-on-2. Great offensive series right there for the Magics. Playing good defense, forcing a turnover, getting it down on the court, and getting a nice, easy transition bucket. Great defense there by the Magic. It's going to be a Magic's ball as it was off Jaworski for the Hornets. drop
you make your mic any closer to your mouth? You're real low today. You gonna fix it?
Fox to pass it in for the Magics. Blackman to bring it up down the court now. Passes to Miller. Miller with it. Attacking the top of the key. Kicks it out to Cook. Blackman with the top of the key driving. Step back. Gets it to Tony Fox. Tony Fox within the left corner. Highland staying in a man defense. Blackman with it now for the Magics. Driving. Going up. Gets the roll. Nice bucket there from Jameer Blackman. Look for him to continue that throughout tonight's game. Making the score, Barberton 14, Highland 9. Magic's up by 5 with 2:03 left here in the first quarter. Jaworski with it now for the Hornets. Almost throws it away. Osborne gets it back. Passes to Grinder. Grinder back to Osborne. Osborne out to Jaworski. Swing it to Profit. Profit down low. The Grinder. Really good defense. Jump ball call. Really good defense by the Magic. Santino Fox forcing that jump ball. Sub for the Hornets, number 13. Rod Hutner, a junior staying at 6'2". Timeout on the floor. 30-second timeout by Highland. Really good series right now for the Magics going on. A nice little run here leading into this timeout. Magic's playing good defense, forcing turnovers, and get transition layups at the other end. You're the Magic is exactly what you want. Look to continue that throughout the game. Play good defense. Interesting note here for the Magic, they are playing strictly man defense right now. They could switch into a 1-2-2 zone trap, which they normally do quite often actually, and trap it on first pass, or even just go normal man and trap after the first pass, which is normally called head tap for the Magics. It'll be Hornets ball here on the baseline. Minute 44 left here in the first quarter. Magic's up 14-9. Osborne to pass it in for the Hornets. Gets it into Williams. Williams driving. Passes to Profit. Guarded by Tony Fox. Kicks out to Osborne. Really good defense here by the Magics. Profit with it now. Passes to Jaworski. Now to Profit. Now to Osborne in corner for a three. That's a good three from Osborne there for the Hornets. Making the score. Barberton 14. Highland 12. Magic's up by 2 with 1:14 left here in the first quarter. Blackman driving. Gets it out to Cook. Cook step back, jumper. No good. Rebound. Hutner for the Hornets. Gets it to Williams. Below a minute here in the Purple Palace. Williams driving. Walking foul called on the Magic on number 11, Tony Fox. His first of the game. A team third of the half. Osborne to pass it in for the Hornets. Gets it into Jaworski. Jaworski for three. No good. Saved by Osborne. Gets it out to Profit. Jaworski driving. Floater, no good. Gets his own rebound. Stolen by Santino Fox. Santino Fox with the driving. Nice spin move. Gets it to Cook. Referees call a timeout as we do have a Magic down on the court. Number 3, Jameer Blackman. Hopefully he's okay. Never want to see this. Sub for the Magics to get him out. Number 4, Bradley Eagle coming in for Jameer Blackman. We will keep an eye on Jameer Blackman, and hopefully he come back in the game very quickly. Cook with it now for the Magics. 10 seconds left here in the first quarter. Floater good for Anthony Cook, making the score 16-12. Magic's up by 4. Williams driving. Pull up three. No good to end the quarter here. At the end of the first quarter, Barberton 16, Medina Highland 12. Magic's up by 4 as we head in here to the second quarter here at the Purple Palace. Magic's playing good defense, keeping Bryce Profit in check. Now on the offensive end, have to look better possession and the better shots. Playing good defense, game transition layups on it, but when we go on the offense and have not in transition, have to get better shots. Some stats here at the end of the first quarter. Leading scorer for the Magic as of right now is DeHorn Scott with 6 points, 2 fouls. Bradley Eagle with 2 points, 0 fouls. Jameer Blackman with 2 points, 1 foul. Santino Fox, 2 points, no fouls. Anthony Cook Jr., 2 points, 1 rebound. And number 35, Bennett Miller, 2 points. Those are your first quarter stats for the Magics as we come in here in the second half. On the court for the Magic to start the second quarter, we have 35, Bennett Miller. Number 4, Bradley Eagle. 13, Santino Fox. 21, Anthony Cook Jr. and 11, Tony Fox. For the Highland Hornets, number 11, Bryce Profit. Number 13, Rob Hutner. Number 3, Tommy Williams. Number 14, Carson Lewandowski. And number 23, Preston Grinder. Eagle with it, passes to Cook at the top of the key. Cook with it, guarded by Bryce Profit. Cook driving, pull-up jumper, in and out, rebound Grinder for the Hornets. Lewandowski bringing it up for the Hornets. Trap for the Magic. Tommy Williams gets it. Looking in the corner for Hutner. Hutner's three is no good. Rebound by Lewandowski for the Hornets. Gets it to Grinder. Grinder tries a three. No good. Rebound, number 4, Bradley Eagle for the Magics. Eagle serving as the point guard right now for the Magics. Nice crossover. Driving. Goes up. Knocked out of bounds by the Hornets. It'll be Magic's ball on the baseline. Eagle will pass it in for the Magics here. Magic's coming out in a box setup here. Cross screen. Fox gets it. Now to his brother, Tony Fox. Looking down in the corner for Eagle. Not there. Gets it to Cook. Screen by Miller. Cook driving. Looks it down low to Miller. Miller brings it back out. Takes it. Passes to Tony Fox in the corner for three. No good. Rebound, number 11, Bryce Profit for the Hornets. Lewandowski, now to Profit. Foul on the play on the Magics. Foul is on number 13 for the Magic, Santino Fox, his first, team 4th of the half. It'll be Hornet ball on the baseline. Lewandowski to pass it in. Profit with it, driving, kicks it out to Hutner. Hutner for three, it's good. Making the score, Magic 16, Hornets 15. Magic's up by 1 with 6:15 left here in the first half. Cook passes to Tony Fox, driving baseline. Deflected by Bryce Profit. Tommy Williams ends up coming up with it for the Hornets. Lewandowski with it now for the Hornets. Lewandowski holding it, driving. Deflected out, bounds by number 4, Bradley Eagle for the Magic. Subs for both teams. Number 25, Alex Jaworski coming in for the Hornets, along with number 5, Griffin Albright. In for the Magic, number 25, Dylan Sutton. Hutner, pull-up jumper, good for Hutner. Making the score, Barberton 16, Highlands Magic's down by 1 with 5:31 left here in the second quarter. Fox with it, driving, gets it to Sutton. Sutton back out to Cook. Cook driving, taking, floater, no good, rebound. Foul on the play. Foul's on number 25, Dylan Sutton for the Magic. His first team 5th of the half. Sub for the Magic, number 5, DeLorean Scott coming in for number 4, Bradley Eagle. Three is good there from Jaworski for the Highland Hornets, making the score. Barberton 16, Highland up 20. So Barberton down by 4. Timeout called by head coach Kyle McBride for the Magic, trying to regroup here as Highland has gone on a scoring tear here as of late. Magic's doing a good job defending Bryce Profit, but have to do a better job defending the rest of the team. Seems like a lot of the focus has gone to Profit and not anyone else on the team. They have to stop both Hutner, who's having a really good game as of right now, and Tommy Williams. It'll be Magic's ball on the baseline. Nowhere to pass it in for the Magic. Coming out of the timeout on the court for the Magic, number 35 Miller, 5 Scott, 21 Cook Jr., 13 Santino Fox, and number 25 Dylan Sutton. Scott with it, passes to Cook. Screen by Miller, Cook driving, pullback. Passes down low to Miller for a wide open bucket. Nice pass there by Anthony Cook Jr. to get Bennett Miller a wide open layup. Making the score Barberton 18, Highland 20. Magic down by 2. Lewandowski with it. Passes to Hutner, deflected out of bounds by number 5 DeLorean Scott for the Magic. It will be Hornet ball once again. Subs for the Hornets, number 11 Bryce Profit, and number 4 Jacob Osborne. Passes to Grinder. Now to Albright. Back to Grinder. Now low to Profit. Wide open layup for Bryce Profit. Santino Fox with it now. Driving. Spin move. Going up. Rebound. Offensive rebound by Bennett Miller. Jump ball called on the play. It will be Hornet ball sub in for the Magic, number 4 Bradley. He'll come in for number 25 Dylan Sutton.
Magic substitution number 4 Bradley Eagle.
Profit to pass it in for the Hornets, gets it to Osborne. Magic's coming out in a diamond full court pressure here. Albright passes to Osborne. Trapped, gets it to Lewandowski. Down low to Albright for 3, no good. Rebound number 35 Bennett Miller for the Magic. Gets it to Cook. Cook looking for a transition layup here. Gets stopped. Jumper. Foul called on the play before Cook goes up for attempted shot. The Magic's ball on the baseline. Sub coming in for the Hornets, number 3 Tommy Williams. Nowhere to pass it in for the Magics. Highland electing to stay at man defense as has served them well as of late in this game. Scott down low to Miller. Gets deflected by Osborne. Now Santino Fox with it driving. Baseline gets it to Cook. Cook driving. Lost his handle. It will retain Magic's ball as it was deflected by a Hornet player.
Magic's ball.
Sub for the Hornets, Jaworski coming in. Nowhere to pass it in. Gets it to Santino Fox. Now to Scott. Now to Eagle. Corner three. No good. Rebound by Grinder for the Hornets. Prophet bringing it up the court. Pass fake. Goes up for a tip. Full court layup. Goes coast to coast. Making the score, Barberton 18, Highland 24. Magic's down by 6 with 2:52 left here in the second quarter. Scott with it. Pull-up jumper. Good for the Hornets. Scott. It gets him 8 points on the night. Bryce Prophet with it now for the Hornets. Guarded by number 13, Santino Fox. Prophet driving. Gets a corner three to Tommy Williams. Decides to pass it up. Gets it to Jaworski now. Jaworski now to Osborne. Osborne driving baseline. Deflected out by Bradley Eagle for the Magic Knights. Little deflection there. Osborne to pass it in. Gets it to Williams. Now to Grinder. Grinder shot fake driving. Layup. Nice move there by Grinder for the Hornets to make the score. Barberton 20, Highland 26. Magic's down by 6 with 2:03 left here in the second quarter. Cook with it now, gets it to Scott. Now to Eagle, top of the key. Gets it back to Scott. Scott driving, gets it to Miller. Miller for three. It's good, nothing but net from Bennett Miller for three. Better watch out if you're the Hornets. If Bennett Miller gets on a nice little shooting run here, it could be a long night. Because Bennett Miller, ladies and gentlemen, can shoot the ball. Lights out if he gets going. Osborne with it now. Steal. Steal by Eagle. Foul on the play. Number 4, Osborne for the Hornets. Nice little steal there for Bradley Eagle. The Magic's ball on the sideline. Minute 12 left here in the second quarter. Barberton down by 3 against Highland. Santino Fox passes it in to Anthony Cook. Tony Fox with it now, passes to Miller. Miller driving. Gets it to Santino Fox. Santino Fox for 3. No good. Rebound by Osborne for the Hornets. Passes to Prophet. Now to Grinder. Now to Jaworski. Now to Osborne. Osborne driving. Layup no good. Rebound, Anthony Cook Jr. Driving. Going up. Misses. Grinder rebound, passes ahead to Tommy Williams, 3-on-1. Nice defense there by Tony Fox to stop the transition. Tony Fox driving, kicks it out to Cook. Foul called on the play, blocking foul on the Hornets. Really good defensive play there by Tony Fox to not allow the Hornets to get an easy transition layup as he took the oop away. Foul was on number 23, Grinder for the Hornets. His second team, 4th of the half. Eagles trying to get down low to Santino Fox, deflected by Jaworski. Osborne with it now, gets it to Tommy Williams. Williams driving, kicks out to Jaworski. Jaworski shot fake, another shot fake, going up for 3, no good. Rebound Williams for the Hornets, goes up, misses. Rebound by Huttner, makes it. Magic's trying to get a last-second shot here. Traveling call on Anthony Cook Jr. as he was trying to get a last-second shot here. It'll be Highland ball with .2 left here in the first half. Osborne to pass it in for the Hornets. For the Hornets, you have to try to get a quick tip. for a tip to Profit, deflected by Santino Fox. At the end of the first half, Barberton Magics 23, Highland Hornets 28. Magics down by 5 going into halftime. For the Magics coming out of half, have to look to play good defense, try and stop the other players for the Hornets, as Bryce Profit's not the one hurting them. It turns out to be the other players. Some stats for the Magics here at halftime. Jameer Blackman, 2 points, 1 foul. Bradley Eagle, 2 points, 1 rebound. DeLawrence Scott, 8 points, 2 fouls. Santino Fox, 2 points, 1 foul. 21, Anthony Cook Jr., 2 points, 2 rebounds. Dylan Sutton with a foul. And Bennett Miller with 7 points, 2 rebounds. Really good half for both Bennett Miller and DeLawrence Scott, as Jameer Blackman and Anthony Cook have not really done anything in this game except play for some good defense. On the offensive end, you have to get them going. If you're the Magics and you want to come in and get this victory, you have to get Cook into the game offensively. Hopefully Blackman is okay and he can come back into the game and play and have contribute to this team like he normally does. Hopefully he's okay and we see him in the second half.
We thank you, veterans, and your families for your service.
If you're head coach Sestaro for the Highland Hornets, you have to be pleased with how your team has played so far during this game. You know, stopping Anthony Cook and forcing other players to contribute for the Magics. If you're head coach Kyle McBride for the Magics, you have to try to get your team going offensively. You know, on the defensive side, you have to play tighter defense on the other players for the Hornets rather than just on Profit. Hutner having a good game for the Hornets, along with Williams and Jaworski. So, for the Magics coming out of halftime, you have to look to play a good defense on the entirety of the Hornets, not just on one singular guy. And on the offensive end, have to try to get more productive possessions. Possessions often ending up in a missed shot, you know, step back 3 that's possibly not the best shot possible, or even a turnover. If you're the Magic, you cannot want that. You want to have good productive offensive series instead of just only relying on transition. Here during halftime, once again, Magics, the hometown Barberton Magics down by 5 to the Highland Hornets. Check back in with you here soon. Welcome back here. We are at halftime right now between the Barberton Magics versus the Highland Hornets here at Reynolds 4 inside the Purple Palace off the beautiful shores of Lake Anna here in Barberton, Ohio. Magic's down by 5 here about to start the second half. Here the Magic have to look to attack the paint more, attack the basket on the offensive side. Take easy shots. Step back threes are not easy shots. Even though we can make them, it's easier and more wiser to take layups down near the basket. If you're the Hornets, you have to be pleased with how you played so far. Keeping Anthony Cook in check and Jameer Blackman. As of right now, Jameer Blackman is not out on the court for the Magic as he did get injured earlier in the game. Not a good sign for the Magic. Hopefully he is okay. And hopefully he can come back to this game and contribute for the Magic. Coming out of halftime, Magics come out with the lineup of number 35, Bennett Miller, 13, Santino Fox, 21, Anthony Cook Jr., number 4, Bradley Eagle, number 5, DeLawrence Scott. For the Hornets, number 11, Prophet, 4, Osborne, 23, Grinder, 25, Jaworski, and 3, Tommy Williams. Scott with it for the Magics. Driving, back cut, Eagle goes up for a layup. Nice layup there for Bradley Eagle off of a DeLawrence Scott assist. Magic's coming out with full court pressure. Osborne gets it to Prophet, now gets it to Jaworski. Jaworski back to Osborne, now to Tommy Williams. Williams driving, pull-up jumper, good for Williams, making a score. Barberton 25, Highland 30. Magic's down by 5 here early in the third quarter. Scott to Miller for 3. No good. Offensive rebound by Santino Fox. Now out to Cook for 3. Anthony Cook's 3 is good. Making score Barberton 28. Highland 30. Magic's down by 2. Magic's staying in the full court pressure. Jaworski driving. Now to Williams. Williams will take it at 3. And it's good. Responds right back with a 3 of his own. Scott with it now for the Magic, bringing it up the court. Guarded by Williams. Now to Eagle. Eagle thought about a 3, driving. Tries to get down to Fox. Foul called on the Hornets. The Magic's ball on the baseline. Foul's on number 3, Tommy Williams for the Hornets, his first of the game, team first of the half. Eagle passes it in to Fox. Fox dribbling. Crossover, attacking, going up, gets blocked by Grinder, gets his own rebound. Out to Eagle for 3. Eagle's 3's no good. Knocked out of bounds by number 11, Bryce Prophet of the Hornets. Will be Magic's ball. Fox to pass it in for the Magics. Gets it into Eagle. Good bucket there by Santino Fox. Making the score Magic's 30, Hornets 33. Jaworski passes to Prophet. Foul called on the floor before Prophet went up for the layup. Foul's on number 4, Eagle, for the Magics. Williams passes Jaworski. Jaworski driving. Tommy Williams 3 is no good. Rebound by DeLawrence Scott. Offensive rebound by Bennett Miller, passes it out of bounds. Osborne with it now for the Hornets, bringing up the court. Magic's down by 3 with 5:30 left here in the third quarter. Low scoring affair. Williams stolen by Bennett Miller, gets ahead to Horn Scott. Scott tried to get it to Cook. Deflected. Cook with it now, going up. Floater. Good for Anthony Cook. Making the score. Barberton 32. Highland 33. Magic's coming back down by 1 here with 5 minutes left here in the third quarter. Osborne with it for the Hornets, passes to Jaworski. Now to Osborne, now to Williams. Back out to Osborne. Now to Williams. Back to Osborne. No hurry whatsoever for the Hornets. Now to Prophet. Back to Osborne. Now to Williams. Down low for Prophet. Try to go for alley-oop. No good. Jaworski's follow is good. Making the score. Barberton 32. Highland 35. Magic's down by 3. Scott with his pass stolen by Jaworski. Jaworski driving. Good defense there by Bradley Eagle. Knocked out of bounds by Jaworski. It'll be Magic's ball. Scott will bring up the 4 for the Magics. Santino Fox calling out a play for the Magics. Anthony Cook with it now driving. Layup. Good and 1. Foul called on the play. Anthony Cook will go to the line to complete the three-point play the old-fashioned way. Foul was on number 4, Jacob Osborne for the Hornets. His second, team second of the half. Sub for the Hornets, number 13, Hutner coming in for 25. Jaworski. Cook will go to the line to shoot 1. His free throw's up and good. Completing the three-point play the old-fashioned way. Osborne driving, gets it to Williams. Williams cross-court pass. Grinder driving. Out to Williams. Turnover. Magic's ball. Good defense there by the Magics. Hope to continue that throughout the second half here. Timeout. Highland's head coach calling a timeout. 30-second timeout on the court. Tied game here right now. Barberton 35, Highland 35. Magic's playing good defense and getting good offensive possessions on the other end. Coming out of timeout, Magic will elect to stay with the same lineup. 13, Santino Fox, 4, Bradley Eagle, 21, Anthony Cook, 35, Bennett Miller, and 5, DeLawrence Scott. On the floor for the Hornets, number 3, Tommy Williams, 4, Jacob Osborne, number 11, Bryce Prophet, number 23, Preston Grinder, and number 13, Rob Hutner. Fox's layup's no good. Gets his own rebound, passes to Bennett Miller. Miller's layup's good off Santino Fox assist. Magic's back in the lead. Up by 2. Score 37-35. Williams with it for the Hornets. Gets it to Osborne. Down low, foul called. Number 13, Santino Fox. As Prophet was going up for a layup. Prophet will go to the line to shoot 2. That was Fox's second foul of the game, team second of the half. Neither team in foul trouble as of right now. Profit's first free throw is up. No good. Sub for the match is number 11, Tony Fox, coming in for number 4, Bradley Eagle. Profit's second free throw's up. Line violation called on the Hornets. It'll be Magic's ball. Miller will pass it in for the Magics. Highland coming out in a full court man pressure. Lawrence Scott with it now, guarded by 3 Williams. Trap coming, gets it to Miller. Miller driving, out to Cook. Cook driving, going up for a floater. Nice take, misses it though. Rebound Grinder. Stolen by Anthony Cook, going up for a layup. Gets fouled, and he's going up for a layup. Nice steal, and then going for a layup, gets fouled. Cook will go to the line to shoot 2. Fouls on number 4, Jacob Osborne for the Hornets. His team third of the half. Cook's free throws up and good. Sub for the Hornets, number 25, Jaworski, and 14, Lewandowski. Cook's second free throw is up and good, making the score. Magic's 39, Hornets 35. Barberton up by 4 with 2:55 left here in the third quarter. Hutner gets it for the Hornets, down low to Williams. Controls it, back to Jaworski. Jaworski's layup is good. Scott with it. Goes up for a 3 and it's good. Lawrence Scott hitting a 3. On fire from long range tonight is the Lawrence Scott. Making the score. Magic's 42. Barberton 37. Profit gets his rebound, goes up and makes the layup. Scott with it now for the Magic, guarded by Williams for the Hornets. Scott gets it to Tony Fox. Screened by his brother. Driving, looks for his brother, gets stolen by number 3, Tommy Williams. Bring it down the court. 3-on-1. Profit gets it to Hutner. Foul called on the play as Hutner was going up for a layup. Fouls on number 35, Bennett Miller for the Magic. His first. Team third of the half. Hutner would go to the line to shoot 2. Hutner's first free throw is no good. Hutner's second free throw is good, making the score. Barberton 42, and Medina Highland 40. Matches up by 2 with 1:40 left here in the third quarter. Lawrence Scott with it for the Magics. Driving, pull jumper, good for the Lawrence Scott. Good offensive possession there for him. Making score, Barberton 44, Highland 40. Matches up by 4 with 1:13 left here in the third quarter. Profit's layup is good. Cook with it for the Magic, he'll bring it up the court. Scott with it now for the Magic. Gets it to Cook. Now to Miller. Miller thought about a 3, shot fake. Gets it back to Scott. Scott to Tony Fox. Tony Fox driving. Gets fouled. With 33.6 seconds left here in the third quarter. Not a good sign for the Magic as number 3, Jameer Blackman, comes out of the locker room dressed in street clothes, not in a uniform anymore, with ice on his ankle. Not good for the Magic. Hopefully he can make a quick recovery and come back and play for the Magic here soon. Anthony Cook with it. Gets it to Santino Fox in the corner. Offensive foul called on 13, Santino Fox, as Hutner took the charge. That was Fox's 3rd foul of the game, 4th team of the half. Sub for the Magic, number 15, Chad Burkhardt coming in for 13, Santino Fox. Magic thought about going full court man pressure, but decided to fall back into half court. Coming out in a zone here. Looks to be a 3-2 or a mixture of 3-2 and 1-2-2. Williams' 3's no good. Here at the end of the 3rd quarter, heading into the 4th and final quarter, here at Reynolds 4 inside the Purple Palace, here in beautiful Barberton, Ohio, on the shores of Lake Anna. Magic's 44, Hornets 42, Magic's up by 2 heading into the last quarter. Magic's coming out after a deficit at halftime, playing good defense, getting transition layups, but attacking the basket. You attack the basket, that opens up other parts of your offense, which it has done as of late. And big key, Orange Scott coming out and hit some big shots for the Magic. Some stats here at the beginning of the 4th quarter. Number 30, Jameer Blackman with 2 points, as he was out of the game, as we said earlier. He left the game, but it appears to be an injury to his foot. Hopefully he is okay and can come back soon. Red Legal with 4 points, 1 rebound, 1 foul. Orange Scott, 13 points, 1 rebound, 2 fouls. Tony Fox with 1 foul. Number 13, Santino Fox, 4 points, 3 rebounds, 3 fouls. 21, Anthony Cook Jr., 12 points, 2 rebounds, no fouls. Dylan Sutton with a foul. Number 35, Bennett Miller having a big night, 9 points, 4 rebounds, and 1 foul. Don't forget to stick around after the game to hear the Barberton All Sports Boosters Impact Player of the Game. That will be announced after the conclusion of the game. Lineup for the Magic to start the 4th quarter: 11, Tony Fox; 5, the Orange Scott; 21, Anthony Cook; 35, Bennett Miller; 15, Chad Burkhardt. Tommy Williams with it for the Hornets. Gets it out to Osborne. Lineup for the Hornets: number 4, Osborne; 25, Jaworski; 23, Grinder; 11, Profit; and number 3, Williams. Profit with it now for the Hornets. Steal by 21, Anthony Cook Jr., pushing it. Deflected by Williams for the Hornets, who gets his pass deflected by Tony Fox. Jaworski with it now for the Hornets. Blocked by Bennett Miller. Number 5, the Orange Scott with the ball for the Magic. Foul on the play as it was away from the ball. Foul on number 23, Grinder for the Hornets. It's his 3rd foul of the game, team 5th of the half. Sub for the Magic, 13, Santino Fox coming back in. He'll pass it in for the Magic, gets it to the Orange Scott. Scott will bring up the ball. Scott driving, gets it to Miller. Miller thought about a deep 3. Gets it back to Scott. Scott with it for the Magics. Driving, kick to Bennett Miller. Shot fake, driving, going up. His layup no good. Rebound by Profit for the Highland Hornets. Gets it ahead to Grinder. His layup's good. Titans score at 44 with 6:11 left here in the fourth and final quarter. Tony Fox with it for the Magics. Gets it to Anthony Cook. Cook, step back. Decides to pass it to Fox. Fox driving. Floater. And it's good for Tony Fox. Put the Magics back in the lead, up by 2. Jaworski with it for the Hornets. Passes cross court to Osborne. Osborne for 3 is no good. Rebound. Being fought for. Ends up coming up with number 5, DeLawrence Scott for the Magics. Driving. Pull-up jumper, no good. Williams with it for the Hornets. Foul called on the play. On the Magics.
Foul on the Magic, number 11, his second, team fifth. Substitution Magics, number 4, Bradley Eagle.
Subbing for the Magic, number 4, Bradley Eagle. Osborne with it for the Hornets. Gets it down low to Grinder. Grinder guarded by Miller. Gets it to Jaworski. Jaworski passes back out to Grinder. Now to Williams. Screen by Profit. Williams driving. Stolen by Anthony Cook. His pass is deflected. Ends up coming up with by the Hornets. Williams passes to Osborne. Osborne driving. Kicks it to Williams. Williams down low to Profit. Profit shot fake. Pass to Jaworski. Good bucket there by Jaworski off a Bryce Profit assist. Tying the score up at 46. Scott with it, passes to Cook. Screen by Santino Fox. Now to Miller, now low to Fox. Back out to Scott. Magic's going with a 1-4 low look here. Cook with it. Passes to Eagle. Now to Scott. Scott driving. Floater. No good. Offensive rebound by Bennett Miller. Goes up. Gets fouled. Really good offensive rebound and going back up there for Bennett Miller. Having an impact down low. Really good game from him. He'll go to the line to shoot too. Miller's first free throw is good. Sub for the Hornets, number 13, Huttner. Miller's second free throw is up and good. Put the Magics up by 2. Sub for the Magic, number 33, Glenn Parker coming in for number 35, Bennett Miller. Magic's up by 2 with 3:24 left here in the fourth and final quarter. Osborne to bring it up for the Hornets. Passes to Williams. Now to Jaworski. Jaworski for 3. No good. Rebound by Santino Fox. Gives it to DeLawrence Scott. Then the Magic have to get a good offensive possession here or get a good shot. Look to drive towards the basket, force a foul. As Highland has 16 fouls here in the second half, look to get in one-on-one. Scott passes to Eagle. Eagle to Cook. He's guarded closely by Prophet. Now to Scott. Shot fake. Scott driving. Fox. Fox going up. No good. Gets his own rebound. Back out to Scott. Scott shot fake. Eagle for three. Good. That's a good three for Bradley Eagle. Off of a DeLawrence Scott assist. Osborne with it for the Hornets. Down low to Prophet. Prophet's layup's no good. Cook ends up coming up with it for the Magic, driving. Timeout called by head coach McBride for the Magic. Sub in for the Magic, number 35, Bennett Miller coming in for Glenn Parker. Good minutes there for Glenn Parker. Coming into the timeout, Magic's up by 5. 51 to 46 over the Hornets. The Magic continue to be aggressive, attack the basket, which will open up other parts of the offense, and continue to play good defense. Bryce Prophet has started to wake up a little bit offensively, had to shut him down back immediately. Next game for the Magics is at Revere, Friday, January 24th at 7:30 p.m. at Revere High School. We will not be streaming that. However, the next time we will be streaming is on January 31st, a Friday, against Copley here at the Purple Palace at 7:30. So, be ready to tune back in to Barberton A Live and watch some more Magic basketball. Miller to pass it in for the Magic, gets it to Scott. Now to Miller, cross court to Eagle. Now to Scott. Highland trying to force pressure and come up with a turnover. Scott with it, now to Fox, now to Cook. Thought about a three, now back out to Scott. Really good ball movement. Foul called on the play. Will be on number 4, Osborne. Scott will go to the line to shoot 1-on-1. Subbing for the Magic, number 33, Glenn Parker, coming in for number 35, Bennett Miller. Possibly Coach McBride's doing an offense-defense substitution here with both Parker and Miller, as Miller is a big-time offensive threat. Scott's first free throw is no good, rebounded by Prophet for the Hornets. Osborne with it now, gets it to Williams. Williams driving. Passes out to Jaworski. Jaworski's three is up, no good. Rebound by Williams for the Hornets. Goes up, misses the layup. Rebound by Cook, driving. Foul on the play. Man, that was close to being an intentional foul there, folks. He straight up, bear hugged him into the scores table. Cook will go to the line to shoot 1-on-1. Magic's up by 5 with 1:22 left here in the fourth quarter. Cook's first free throw is up and good. Cook misses the second. Osborne with it for the Hornets. Trapped. Travel and call on the Hornets. Really good defense there by the Magic. Substitution for the Magic, number 35, Bennett Miller. As it is an offensive defensive substitution, Miller coming in on offense as he's a big-time offensive threat, both down low and out on the arc. Sub for the Hornets, number 14, Lewandowski coming in. Foul called on the play. As Doran Scott will go to the line to shoot 1 and 1. Fouls on number 25, Jaworski for the Hornets. His second, team 9th of the half. And substitution for both teams, number 4, Osborne for the Hornets, and for the Magic, number 35, Glenn Parker. Scott's first free throw was good as he banked it in. Bank was open on that one, folks. Scott's second free throw is up and good. Nothing but net this time. Making the score, Magic's 54. Hornets 46. Magic's up by 8 with 1 minute and 6 seconds left here in the fourth and final quarter. Williams driving. Goes up, passes to Osborne. Back to Profit. Profit back to Osborne. Now to Hutner for 3, and it's good. Timeout. Highland coach. Making the score, Magic's 54. Highland Hornets 49. Magic's up by 5 with 53.9 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. If you're the Magics, you have to be strong with the ball, as you have to figure that the Hornets will foul you. If not, ice the clock. If you do get fouled, go up to the line. We'll be shooting 2 free throws. Make both free throws. If you make your free throws, Highland is out of the game. It's that simple. On defensive end, you cannot allow them to shoot threes. And do not foul. Magics do have 5 team fouls. So they could foul one more time technically and not be in the one-on-one. But if you're Coach McBride, you probably do not want that for your team. Coming out of timeout, Magic is up by 5 with less than 1 minute left here in the fourth quarter. On the court for the Magic, number 35, Bennett Miller, 21, Anthony Cook Jr., 5, DeWarren Scott, 13, Santino Fox, and 4, Bradley Eagle. For the Hornets, number 11, Bryce Profit, 3, Tommy Williams, 13, Rob Hutner, 14, Carson Lewandowski, and 25, Alex Jaworski. Fox passes in to DeWarren Scott. Scott driving, gets fouled. Scott will go to the line to shoot 2.
Number 3, Tommy Williams, his second.
Foul is on number 3 for the Hornets, Tommy Williams, his second. Team 10th of the half, so the Magic will be shooting 2 free throws on every foul from here on out. Scott's first free throw is up and good. Sub for the Magic, number 33, Glenn Parker coming in for number 35, Bennett Miller. And sub for the Hornets, number 4, Osborne. Scott's second free throw is up, no good. Rebound by Profit. Gets it ahead to Hutner. Now to Williams. Foul called on the play. It'll be Hornet ball on the baseline. Foul was on number 5, DeWarren Scott, his second, team 6 of the half. Sub for the Magic, number 11, Tony Fox coming in for number 4, Bradley Eagle. Hornets get it in. Now to Hutner for corner 3, wide open. No good. Rebound, Anthony Cook. Gets fouled. He'll go to the line to shoot 2. Got to make your free throws now.
Hornets, number 3, Tommy Williams. His third. At the line from Magic, number 21, Anthony Cook.
Anthony Cook at the line to shoot 2 free throws. His first is up and good. Been a really entertaining game tonight between these two teams. Great game, along with a little duel between the two student sections of both teams. Been a very fun night tonight for Magic's basketball. Cook's second free throw is up and good, making the score. Magic's 57, Hornets 49. Magic's up by 8 with 31 seconds left here in the game. Profit for 3. It's good. Timeout, Highland. Full timeout from Highland, coach.
Yeah, back to the
As we're nearing the end of the game, don't forget to stick around after the conclusion of the game for the BSAB, Barberton All Sports Boosters, Impact Player of the Game. Coming out of timeout, Miller will pass it in for the Magics. Fox looking to get it in, gets it to Bradley Eagle, gets it back to Fox. Now to Anthony Cook. Foul on the play. Anthony Cook will go to the line to shoot 2. Make your free throws, game over. Still a lot of time left though, 20 seconds, anything can happen. But you have to figure if the Magics make their free throws, they have this game on lock. Cook's second. First free throw's up and good. Sub for the Magics, number 33, Glenn Parker coming in for Bennett Miller, and Osborne for the Hornets coming in. Many of you might be wondering why number 3, Jameer Blackman, is not out there for the Magics right now. Earlier tonight, he did suffer an apparent foot injury. Our prayers go out to him, and hopefully he can come back and play very soon for the Magics, hopefully in their next game. Hopefully he has a quick and speedy recovery. Osborne driving, goes up, misses it. Jaworski with it now for the Hornets. Corner 3 is good. Timeout by the Highland coach. With 9.5 seconds left here in the game, Barberton 59, Highland 55. Magic's up by 4. Be a full timeout as Highland has ran out of timeouts. Big shout out to all of our viewers who are now tuned in to our YouTube live stream. Shout out to all 51 of you. Thanks for tuning in to watch this awesome game between both schools, the Barberton Magics and the Medina Highland Hornets. Coming out of timeout, it'll be Magic's ball. Santino Fox to pass it in. If you're Highland, as soon as the ball gets entered, you have to foul right away. Fox gets it into Miller. Miller to hold it. Passes to Scott. Now we'll head to Eagle. Down to Cook. Cook going up for a dunk. And dunks. That seals the game. Here at Greenwich 4 inside the Purple Palace of beautiful Barberton, Ohio, off the shores of Lake Anna. Great cap off to a great game from the Magics. Anthony Cook with a dunk to seal the game. Magics 61, Highland Hornets 55. Great game here for the Magics. As we do end the game here, don't forget to stick around for the BSAB Impact Player of the Game.
You may exit the east exit doors directly to the parking lot. You may exit the east exit door directly to the parking lot.
Final stats for tonight's game. Jameer Blackman ended the night with 2 points and 1 foul. Hopefully he can come back from his injury very quickly. And wish him a speedy recovery. Prayers out to him and his family. Number 4, Bradley Eel ended the night with 7 points, 1 rebound, 1 foul. Number 5, DeWarren Scott had 16 points, 2 rebounds, 3 fouls. Number 11, Tony Fox, 2 points, 2 fouls. Number 13, Santino Fox, 4 points, 5 rebounds, 3 fouls. Number 21, Anthony Cook Jr., 19 points, 3 rebounds, 1 foul for Dylan Sutton. And for Bennett Miller, he ended the night with 11 points, 4 rebounds, and 1 foul. And ladies and gentlemen, your BSAB Impact Player of the Game is in fact number 35, Bennett Miller. He ended the night, like I just said earlier, with 11 points, 4 rebounds, 5 rebounds, beg my pardon, and 1 foul. Great game for him tonight and for the entire Magic's team as he came off the bench and had a big night contributing off the bench. He was that, third player to come in and score double digits. Like I said earlier, key for the Magic is to get a third player in double digits. And tonight, that was Bennett Miller as he stepped up to the plate. Big thank you to the Barberton Magics and the Highland Hornets for having a great game here tonight. Also, big thank you to Mr. V, Jay Stipple, Nick Blazinski behind the cameras, along with Elise Eberhardt taking stats. Once again, this is Tyler Eberhardt signing off for Barberton A Live as the Barberton Magics defeat the Highland Hornets 61-55. Thank you and have a great night. Go Magics.